Hi, it's Sandy and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm so glad you're here. In today's video, I want to share the answer that I get from Spirit about the one question that a lot of people want to know. Are they at the cemetery? Hi, welcome back. So when someone dies and they're freed from their physical body and they exist as pure spirit energy, most people feel the need to go to a cemetery to go visit them. Maybe you have felt guilty that you haven't gone to the cemetery. Maybe it's been weeks, months, couple years, or maybe you live in a completely different state or country from where your loved one's body was buried. So, are they at the cemetery? Spirit says no. That's where the body is, but it's not where they are. So what do I mean by that? When someone dies, they exist as this pure, positive, beautiful energy of light. Their body's at the cemetery, but what makes them them, their soul, their beautiful spirit, they're with you. They're a breath away. Heaven is not up there, out there, somewhere in a faraway place. Heaven is right here. I want to share with you a story, one of my favorite stories of a client that came to see me with her daughter. Now, this woman's husband had passed and he'd been in spirit for a few months. And when I connected with her husband's energy, first thing he said was this. He said, "Please tell my wife not to feel guilty for not visiting me at the cemetery." Now, as a medium, I hear that often, but what I had to do is I had to relay the message to her, to the wife. And she started sobbing. And so I knew it had struck some chord within her. And she said, "Sandy, you don't understand." She said, "I went to the cemetery every single day since he had passed, but I haven't been there in 2 weeks because life got so busy." And then her husband said this through me to her. He said, "Honey, if you go to the cemetery, I go to the cemetery. If you don't go to the cemetery, I don't go to the cemetery." So what that means is their beautiful energy is with you. Sometimes the cemetery can be that place for you where there's just no distraction, no technology that you're connected to, so that you could possibly feel a deeper connection to your loved one's spirit. But it's not where they live. Clients have said to me, "Sandy, I feel so guilty that, I didn't get to decorate the plot for them." And Spirit has said, "You're not really decorating it for us. You're decorating it for everyone else who comes to see the plots of their own loved ones." So my point is this. Please don't feel guilty if you haven't been to the cemetery. And also know this too. I've had clients who have said to me, "Sandy, were they upset that we cremated them rather than buried them?" Spirit has said, we don't care what happens to our body after we die. We are in full awareness of our soul's light. So whatever you do to our bodies, we don't care. We're separate from it. So don't feel guilty about anything. Whether you cremated instead of buried, whether you buried instead of cremated, whether you go to the cemetery or don't go to the cemetery, your loved one is right with you. They are a breath away. If you liked today's video, hit subscribe so you'll keep getting more episodes as they become available. And also hit like, share a comment if you feel inspired to do so. And please share these videos with friends, family, or with any grief or loss groups that you belong to. My goal in doing all of these videos is to bring Spirit's perspective about life and death and what's after death into the world. I think it's about time that this world hears a different side of what death and heaven is really like. It's closer than you think. Heaven is right here, connected to your heart. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Now, as a medium, I hear that, and Brody, you can't play with that toy, honey. It's too loud. All right, let's do something with you, honey. Come on in here. A lot of my clients, you can see Brody in the background. See Brody? Brody, say hi. Oh, we're gonna see if we can do this with him out here.